Hey guys, what's up? Glenn here, and today I'm going over the My Geek box. You can't even see it very good because everything's covered with a label. But is there My Geek box hashtag? And there's the the front of it. Now, My Geek box is a overseas box that has a U.S. website for ordering, so similar to the Z box. So, My Geek box, you order through the U.S. site, you pay U.S. dollars, at least in my case, but it comes from overseas. You've got the Jersey Post sticker as normal, you've got the customs, the little customs paper in here as well. So, this does come from overseas. You can see, I run into this with Z-Box as well, how beat up the box is. It just does not come in good shape. You know, if you're one that likes to keep the boxes of the subscription boxes, this isn't one to keep because they just come beat up. None of the items are damaged, but it's just an aesthetic thing for me. I hate having this at my front door when it's all beat up. I realize it comes from overseas, and if none of the items are messed with, you know, that's fine. It just, this bothers me for some reason when the boxes come in like this. I'm always worried that an item is going to be damaged. It seems like a foregone conclusion eventually that you're going to have an item that gets crushed along with the box. But that being said, it doesn't bother me that much, but it's enough to annoy me. So, My Geek box is, here's the great part, it's $19.99. It's one of your less expensive boxes, and the $19.99 includes shipping, at least it did for me. So that is a great price for a box, you know, a major, I guess, subscription box. So good price there. That definitely puts them above some other boxes that are more expensive but don't provide you as much. So let's go into My Geek box, no theme. So we've talked about most boxes having themes. This one does not, similar to Geek Fuel in that case. I don't remember. I'm kind of coming back to My Geek box after a while. So I think, as I recall, it sometimes has themes and sometimes doesn't. This month, there's no real cohesive theme to anything. So, you know, as far as the theme goes, I'm actually giving an A for theme because I don't really judge them if they don't have a theme. That's not really fair, right? So let's go over the items. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, really 7 items, which is pretty cool. You know, usually in a standard subscription box, you're talking 5, maybe 6 items. This is a 7-item box. But we will start with the shirt, like we tend to do. This, we got Stephen King's It shirt. That's supposed to be Pennywise. It doesn't really look like Pennywise. It looks like pretty much a standard clown with the red balloon. So what this is one of those non-licensed knockoff shirts that is cool in and of itself. If I were wearing this and walking around, everybody would know what this alludes to. But again, it's not licensed or anything. It's a decent shirt with a decent design. Honestly, if you're going for Pennywise, you could go a little bit scarier than this. This is pretty tame. So, but a decent shirt nonetheless. And as you know, my value on shirts $15. So we're talking about $15, pretty standard value for a shirt. All right, let's go over some small items before we go over the bigger ones. We've got a set of magnets. These are the Game of Thrones magnets, and actually this is an item that I got in a subscription box before. So probably a couple of years ago, I got this in a different box. I don't remember what box specifically it was, but it is making a repeat visit for me in the My Geek box. Now, a problem with these magnets that I had before, and I had this time too, is they're not easy to get out. They're supposed to pop out. You take the cardboard backing out, but if they don't pop out and you try to peel them, what's going to happen is the paper will come off of the magnet. So you got to be real careful when you're taking these out. These you can find online for about $11.75 on Amazon. So that's the value I gave them. Generally, when something's on Amazon, it's the simplest place you can get something. So I use that a lot for the values. So $11.75 for these particular magnets, but again, I got them before. So from a curation aspect, not that unique. So I've gotten these before. That doesn't throw me that much. But it's also a problem that I kind of make myself just from getting so many boxes. All right. Next, we've got, this is an interesting item. This is from about 2012. This is a Kit 01 construction kit. Basically what it is it is a set of flat pieces that you pop out of like a mold and you create a 3D figure from them. So you can see the different figures. This one is Weeping Angel from Doctor Who, and you kind of see the kind of figures that you make, and it's kind of like paper dolls, but 3D paper dolls. They stand up. They're multi-dimensional. This is flat, but you pop them out and construct the character from them. That's fine. It's a bit of an older item, like a lot of these items. They're not really, it's not really something new, and it's something you can get pretty easily. This one, I don't know, about $3. This is about $2.75 in various places. So you can find this, and it's pretty cheap. But it's not the most common item that you'll ever see in a subscription box. All right, we've got a blind figure. This is Yubi's Figurines. This is a Guardians of the Galaxy collection. Again, a little bit older. This is, from first Guardians of the Galaxy era, when all those figures were coming out. I opened this on Twitch and I got the Yondu. So there's Yondu. These figures are okay. They're little cheap plastic figures. They're actually hollow inside, so they make decent finger puppets. But again, they're not your most complex figures. I think they look pretty cool. They're kind of stubby. They got the feet on the bottom there, but they're kind of, those of you that remember Dorf. It's like Dorf on golf. This is Dorf on little rubber plastic fingers. These figures are running about, these blind bags are running about $4 on Amazon. So if you wanted to go to Amazon, you could get this exact thing in blind bag form at least for $4. So there's that. We've got an air freshener, and what I'm hearing is that this air freshener was supposed to be in the last box and it didn't make it in, so they threw it in, which is why we have a seventh item in this box. We should have 6, but they got around to putting this air freshener in there. It's just a ray gun. Again, nothing too special about it. One thing about this air freshener, though, is that it's particularly strong. It has a very soapy smell to it, but it's super strong. When I took it out of the package, I was almost overwhelmed by the scent. So ray gun air freshener, kind of a standard, typical subscription box item, but it is very, very scented. All right, we got a comic. Dark Souls, Tales of Ember. This is number 1. And this exact comic and this exact cover I got in a box. I believe it was Geek Fuel in the past. So this is another repeat item subscription box wise. So I've gotten the magnets and this exact comic before. You know what I'm going to say about this. Not bagged, not boarded. In fact, it came in because of that. The corner is frayed there. It doesn't look that great in that corner either. So, whether that would have been a thing that's prevented with the bag and board, I don't know. But I do know that, I prefer it that way because you have at least a better chance of avoiding damage like this. And again, another item that I've gotten before. So, kind of puts me a little down again on that box. Or on that part of the box, getting 2 in a row. This is a $2.99 comic. I'll keep it at that value. All right, now the big item. we've got a figure. This is from DC Collectibles. It's the DC Comics Essentials. This is the Rebirth Batgirl, I want to say, or New 52. I think it's New 52 Batgirl, because all the other characters up here look like the New 52 versions. You see a bunch of those there. Well, they got 5, 10, 15 of them. A lot in this collection. This is a cool one. Digging the Batgirl. This is your traditional action figure with the articulation. She's got her grappling hook gun there. Very cool looking figure. Probably won't show up great on that camera, so we'll keep it over here. But if she'll focus a little bit. There we go. Good looking figure. Batgirl's one of my favorites. I like the detail. I like the bat symbol on her collar there as well. The texture of the different layers and the colorfulness. So I like this. This is a great item to get. This actually is going for $27 on Amazon. So this is a $27 item right now, intact like this. I think in this collection, I don't think I have any of these. I have a different version of a Batgirl, I have a Joker in this, but it's not that Joker. I think it's a different one. So, very cool figure. I like it a lot. Again, a great. That's the great item in this box for sure. We've got a spoiler card. It's got a Rick and Morty picture on the back for Szechuan sauce, and then it's got your Here's the stuff in my Geek box for September. Not a great spoiler card. It pretty much just lists everything. And I don't like the fact that like, hey, you want this design on a shirt? Go here. So another thing to sell you. Doesn't thrill me that much. But the fact that there's no pictures, it just lists it. There's no magazine. They could do better. Again, it's an inexpensive box, so that maybe that expectation shouldn't be there. But they could do pictures at least or something. Not much of a spoiler card. It doesn't kind of, reach out to me, I guess you could say. So that is the box. We've got the shirt, the Batgirl figure, the construction kit, the blind bag, the Game of Thrones magnets, the air freshener, and the comic. So let's go over value and scores. We'll start with value since that's the first one of my scores. Shirt for $15, Batgirl figure for $27, construction kit $2.75, the blind figure $4, the Game of Thrones magnets $11.75, air freshener, I forgot to mention that one, $3. Most of your funny or whatever air fresheners that you'd hang from your car, about $3, just for similar ones. And then the comic is $3 as well, and you can buy all this stuff. That's the one thing about this box, except for the T-shirt, you can buy every one of these items outside of the box. Unlike the last box, we had all exclusive items. This one is a lot easier to value because you can find everything pretty easily. So that put the value of this box, the individual items, at $66.50. I paid $19.99 for it with shipping, which means the value of this box was over 3 times what I paid for it. That's pretty awesome. Typically, these kind of subscription boxes, they're already working on the next one. They're already selling the next one, so they're not selling the past one. I haven't really looked at my Geek box, the site, as far as can you buy past boxes or not. I'll look at that and kind of amend the description down there if I need to. But let's just think about the fact that if this box isn't available to buy as a whole anymore, to buy the individual items would cost you over $66. Would pay $20. That's phenomenal value. That's 3 times the value in this box. So that's just amazing. That you just don't find it everywhere. Now again, so what are we giving for value? I'm giving an A, obviously. A $66.50 value for $20 is just, you can't beat that. So they really hit it out of the park with the value, especially when you throw that figure in there. It's a $27 figure. Bam! You're already over your value with one item. Add in all the other ones. That's how it gets so high. So value of A. Fun factor. I gave the box a B- in fun factor. There just wasn't anything too fun or active. There's no active things in here. There's the construction kit, which you do which I guess is fine, but there's nothing that really strikes me as a fun item that's not, that's something that you would actively use afterwards. Theme. Give the theme an A because there's no theme really. Items are kind of unrelated to each other. Curation. I give the curation a C, and the reason is that there's nothing unique. And 2 items that I've previously gotten in other boxes. Yeah, that might be a me problem, but you don't want to see items showing up again in a different box. I'm sure they would have to do a ton of research to see that, oh, this one was in the Geek Fuel for, October of 2015. Maybe they don't see that, but, it speaks to the fact that the items aren't unique. The items aren't, they're not that well researched to put in your box. So not thrilled with the curation. Execution. I give the execution a B. It was fine other than the fact that there's not much of a spoiler card. There's not much of a magazine. Or there's no magazine. There's not much of a spoiler card. It's just stuff. You open it and it's stuff. There's not really anything to kind of cheer that on, I guess you could say. You look at some of the other boxes and they really, marketing is good. They've got pictures, that etc. So the execution of it, it's fine. It's pretty much the stuff stuffed into the boxes. Not terrible, but again, not something that's going to, oh, I'm so excited about getting this box. Shipping, I gave the shipping a C. And the fact that the box is smashed, items weren't damaged, but also this My Geek box, and I've heard this from other unboxers and other videos, they've got a long lead time going right now. It's taking a while to get boxes out. This one took probably 2 or 3 weeks. I've got an order out now, a subscription out for a My Geek Box Kids, a girl one, to do with Abby. And that order went through on I think the 21st of September. And as of this video, it's October 15th. So that's quite a long time. So still waiting for that box. Don't like the lead time. Don't like the box that the box is damaged. They need a thicker box, so they need something a little bit more sustainable for the overseas trip. So I gave them a C on that. Overall, I give this box a B. It's kind of a meh box, but it's got great value. If you're at all concerned about getting back what you put in money-wise to this box, if I wanted to eBay all of this stuff, I could probably get at least $50 for everything really quickly with no problem at all. So you're definitely getting your value, and that's something that will keep me getting my Geek box for now. Some of the other things, the lack of wow, the items selection, stuff like that, might put me off them. But for now, the value is so good that I'm going to kind of stick with this box and see where it goes. So that's it. Let me know what you think of my Geek box down in the comments. Would it be a box that you would consider subscribing to, considering the long lead time and the kind of ho-hum selection, but the value being so amazingly great? It's definitely something to think about, and you have to kind of see what's important to you. Let me know what you think in the comments. Visit that social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We've got a lot of stuff going on. I've got at least 4 or 5 Funko Pop reviews that I still have to get to for you guys, so stay tuned for those. Until next time, I will see you guys later. Adios.